Well, good morning. It's a little after 7. Sun's not quite over the hill yet, and I'm in near Lake Chelan, Washington, and that's Lake Chelan in the background, and the snow-capped mountains way over there. And what we're doing here this morning is about to start a fairly large grafting job. We're grafting some apple trees today, and for a few days here. And there's some that are pre-cut for grafting over there. And I'm here early this morning, and the sun's just about to pop over the ridge. I'm here before my crew because I'm going to start chainsawing these trees for grafting. And then when those guys get out here, they'll start cutting up this scion wood. It's all bagged up here, and these are the trees we're going to be grafting. And we're putting on a variety called a Buckeye Gala. So when you go to the grocery store next fall and buy a Buckeye Gala, you know it might be off of one of the trees that we grafted here. Actually, though, that won't happen for a couple of years. It takes a couple of years for them to get into production, but these are very nice candidates for grafting. They're beautiful trees, and they're all pre-cut. And what I mean by that is the owner, the grower, has come in and cut the tops of these trees and got all the brush out of the field for us. So we will come back in with our chainsaws and make a final cut down in this area and start putting in the grafts. And in about 2 years, that tree will be back and starting to produce again with a different variety. But it utilizes the root system that they have here, and it's just terribly expensive to rip out this orchard, pull these trees, because in doing so, you also rip out your underground sprinkler system, and that gets very costly to replace. And I can graft these trees for less than the cost of a new tree, and they don't have to do all this labor of pulling out these trees and fumigating the ground and buying new trees, and then the labor of putting them in, and the cost and labor of installing a new sprinkler system. So they're by far way ahead to graft versus planting. So this is a good sized job, not the biggest thing we've done this year, but it's a decent job. This is 3,600 trees out here. They're going to take about 8 grafts on each tree, and that's going to take us about 5 days. So we've got a pretty hot little crew this year. These guys really can put them in. And like I said, 5,000 to 6,000 a day. Well, the sun's up now, and these guys are out here chainsawing trees. There's 3 of us that usually do the chainsawing, and boy, in an hour's time we can knock down a lot of trees. So not enough to last us all day for grafting, and plus some. So you can hear the saws. There's 2 guys still down there, and I'm the 3rd guy. I'm slacking right now. And over here, these strong, handsome young men are cutting up this scion wood, prepping it to length for us. And George here looks like he just really knows what he's doing, because, boy, he's just going to town cutting that wood. But actually, if you watch closely, he's measuring every one of them by a little mark I put on that box, so he don't get them too long or too short, right, George?
Yes, sir.
And there's Carlos going right at it. Okay, big smile, George. There we go. Thanks, guys. Well, here we are 10 hours later. It was about 7, a little after 7, I think, when I took that first video this morning. And we've grafted 10 rows out here, which is about 625 trees, which is just about what I figured, 5,000 grafts going in today. And that's with only 3 of us grafting. And the rest of the guys are taping, tying these grafts in, and painting. So, we've got 10 hours in the field now. We're going to go ahead and gear up now and start chainsawing again and cut down trees for tomorrow while those boys finish up painting the last trees down there. And when it's all done, we'll put in about 12 hours out here, and an hour drive to work and an hour drive home. And then after I get home, I tune up chainsaws for about an hour, sharpen and clean up, and then there's paperwork and phone calls, and it makes for a pretty long day. And that's just the way it is during my grafting season. But I tell you what, really cuts into my hot rod building time. That's okay. This work is what allows me to do it and have free time later on. So, yeah, 10 rows down. There's about 50 rows in this block. Some 8 acres there and a couple acres over here. So when we're all done, we'll do this in, I think, 5.5 days. 6 at the most, and when it's all done, we will have grafted this 10 acres of Granny Smith over to Buckeye Gala. And the reason he's grafting these grannies over is he just has too many. He has too many acres of grannies in the ground, and they can't harvest them in time. The kids can't get them picked before they get a blush on them in the fall, and you don't want that for a granny. So we're going to get them all worked over for him. And when we're done here, he'll put some white paint on these trees to protect them from sunburn. And I expect them to do very well. I'll come out later on after they're growing and take another video. It'll be interesting to see what they're doing after a few weeks. It'll be about a month before we see any action, and then the buds on these signs will start to pop out. Okay. We're going to put in a couple hours on the chainsaw yet. See you later, bye. Well, we got all of our trees cut down for tomorrow. And, yeah, 11 rows cut down. We might need 1 or 2 more. Probably do 12, 14 rows tomorrow. 10 today, so good start. Anyway, let's see, we've been out here 12 hours now. So, I think that's about enough. I've got an hour drive home. Hey guys, we've been out here 12 hours. Why don't you just go ahead and take the rest of the day off? Just go ahead. Okay, here you are. Just go ahead and knock off early today, guys. Just go ahead and knock off early. Okay? I'll go ahead and pay for a full day. Thanks, guys.